Now let's see the second sum under question number 8. What is the number of white cement bags it must sell to have neither profit nor loss if the number of grey bags sold is 6,400 bags? So what do we have here? We have only the number of bags of grey cement sold, that is 6,400, and what we need to find? We need to find the number of white cement bags, so that after the sale of both the cement there is neither profit nor loss. In that case, in the question itself we have the price of one white cement bag is rupees 5 and it's rupees 8, and price of one grey cement bag is rupees 5. Okay, so let's start the calculation. Let's see. Number of grey cement bags sold is equal to 6,400. So we start with the number of grey cement bags sold. Then loss per bag of grey cement, as I read the question, it's rupees 5. So total loss, or the total amount received after selling 6,400 bags will be 6,400 multiplied by 5. That gives you 32,000. Okay, now we find out what is going to be the amount received by selling the white cement bags. So profit per bag of white cement is 8, and number of white cement bags to get profit of 32,000, because amount we have to keep same. जितना अमाउंट आपको मिलता है ग्रे सीमेंट बैग सेल करने के बाद, उतने ही अमाउंट को हमें ध्यान में रखना है फॉर वाइट सीमेंट. देन ओनली वी कैन फाइंड आउट द नंबर ऑफ बैग्स, बिकॉज यहाँ पे आपको वाइट सीमेंट के बैग्स फाइंड करने हैं. कितने वाइट सीमेंट के बैग्स आप सेल करोगे तो नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस रहेगा. मतलब इफ़ यू consider 32,000 rupees obtained by selling white cement bags, तभी आपको no profit no loss पर number of bags find कर सकोगे. So what we have to do is we have to consider 32,000 as the amount received on selling white cement bags. Then only we can do the deal of no profit no loss. So to find out number of white bags, what we are going to do, white cement bags, we are going to divide 32,000 by 8 rupees, because profit on one white cement bag is rupees 8. So you divide it by 8 and you will get number of bags of white cement to be sold, to have a deal of no profit no loss. So 32,008 से डिवाइड करने पर हमें क्या मिलता है? 4,000. So 4,000 bags of white cement if we sell, then there will be no profit no loss in the deal. Let's begin with the first word problem of exercise 1.4. The temperature at 12 noon was 10 degrees Celsius above zero. If it decreases at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius per hour until midnight, at what time would the temperature be 8 degrees below zero? What would be the temperature at midnight? So here there are two parts of question. You can see क्या दिया गया है, what's given. 12 noon, at 12 noon the temperature is 10 degree above zero. 0 से 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस ऊपर है. दैट मीन्स starting temperature is 10 degree Celsius at 12 noon. Then it is said that 2 degrees Celsius is getting reduced after every 1 hour. हर एक घंटे के बाद 2 डिग्री सेल्सियस कम होते जा रहा है until midnight मध्यरात्रि तक अगर देखें तो हर एक घंटे के बाद 2 डिग्री सेल्सियस is reducing in temperature. So what would be the time when the temperature goes 8 degree Celsius below ज़ीरो? मतलब किस वक्त तक टेम्परेचर -8 डिग्री मतलब ज़ीरो से 8 डिग्री सेल्सियस नीचे चला जाएगा? तो वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द टाइम. उस वक्त क्या टाइम होगा जब 0 से 8 डिग्री सेल्सियस नीचे चला जाएगा टेम्परेचर. ओके, दैट वुड बी -8 डिग्री सेल्सियस. व्हाट वुड बी द टेम्परेचर एट मिडनाइट? और मिडनाइट को मध्यरात्रि को टेम्परेचर क्या होगा ये आपको फाइंड करना है. दैट यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट. सो लेट्स बिगिन द सॉल्यूशन. टेम्परेचर एट 12 विल बी 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस. फिर डिक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर फ्रॉम 10 degree Celsius to -8 degree Celsius. First you have to find out the total decrease in temperature, because initial temperature is given to you 10 degree Celsius. फिर उसके बाद हर घंटे 2 degree Celsius reduction is there, is going to reduce by 2 degree Celsius after every 1 hour, and you have to check the time so that during that time the temperature goes 8 degrees Celsius below ज़ीरो. मतलब the temperature becomes -8 degree Celsius. So we have to find out what was the decrease in temperature right from 12 noon with the initial temperature 10 degree Celsius till the midnight. So decrease is 10 degree Celsius minus 8 degree Celsius. That gives you 18 degree Celsius. We have to add up to find out the degree. Remember one thing, यहाँ पे हमने subtract किया है because decrease in temperature is given to you. So actually we add up the temperature. So 10 degree Celsius plus 8 degree Celsius gives you 18 degree Celsius. Total decrease in temperature is 18 degree Celsius. Okay. Now further what we have to do, we have to find out the total time for the decrease of 18 degree Celsius. Okay. Here in the question it is given, so I have made two parts, as I have been always telling you how to find out whether to divide or to multiply to get the answer. So we make two parts, temperature and time. 2 degree Celsius temperature, time duration is 1 hour. For the decrease of 2 degree Celsius it takes 1 hour time, and for 18 degree Celsius decrease in temperature, what will be the time duration? So we do the cross multiplication, and here you have to divide 18 multiplied by 1 divided by 2. So time taken for 18 degrees Celsius fall in temperature, 18 divided by 2 gives you 9 hours. Okay, you have now 9 hours after 12 noon will be 9 p.m. So the answer to this question is satisfied, that what time would the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below ज़ीरो? 8 degrees Celsius below ज़ीरो means -8 degrees Celsius. So therefore the temperature will be below ज़ीरो, that is -8 degrees Celsius below ज़ीरो, that is -8 degrees Celsius at 9 p.m. Okay, so time will be 9 p.m. रात को 9 बजे टेम्परेचर 0 से 8 डिग्री सेल्सियस कम हो जाएगा, दैट इज इट विल बिकम -8 डिग्री सेल्सियस. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट वुड बी द टेम्परेचर एट मिडनाइट. मतलब व्हाट वुड बी द टेम्परेचर एट 12 hour. Okay, so in that case what are you going to do is first you need to find out temperature fall. 12 बजे रात को what will be the temperature fall as per the calculation, given calculation. हर घंटे के बाद 2 डिग्री सेल्सियस गिर रहा है, तो रात को 12 बजे what will be the temperature fall. To find out that we have to again make a table, make a part of 2 or a table where it has 2 parts, temperature fall and time. Temperature fall के नीचे 2 डिग्री सेल्सियस and time taken 1 hour. And now 12 hours. दोपहर को 12 बजे से लेके रात के 12 बजे तक कितने घंटे होते हैं? 12 hours. So I have taken 12 hours. Okay, right, starting from 12 in the noon till the 12 in the night. How many hours it's going to be? It's going to be 12 hours. अगर ये आपको कहा जाता कि what will be the temperature fall at 10 in the night, then क्या करते हो आप? You will find out the number of hours. Okay, so then under time portion you won't be writing 12 hours, there the hours is going to change. So here it is 12 hours. What is going to be the temperature fall? So 2 multiplied by 12 divided by 1 on the and you can see the answer. 12 to the 24 degree Celsius. Temperature fall will be 24 degree Celsius. And now we have to calculate what will be the temperature if 12 घंटे में 24 घंटा 24 डिग्री सेल्सियस जितना टेम्परेचर कम हो जाता है, तो लेट्स सी व्हाट विल बी द टेम्परेचर एट दैट टाइम. सो फ्रॉम 12 noon to 12 midnight, 12 hours. So in 12 noon initial temperature is 10 degree Celsius. अभी 12 घंटे के बाद टेम्परेचर फॉल अगर 24 डिग्री सेल्सियस है, तो हम क्या करेंगे? 10 में से 24 डिग्री सेल्सियस माइनस करेंगे. सो 10 minus 12 आई गेट -14 डिग्री सेल्सियस. सो दैट टाइम 12 मिडनाइट को टेम्परेचर विल बी -14 डिग्री सेल्सियस. As we saw here, to reach at the temperature -8 degrees Celsius, what was the temperature fall? What we did, we calculated, we subtracted the temperature -8 degree from the initial temperature. We subtracted the final temperature from the initial temperature and we got 18 degree Celsius. To find out decrease or increase, we subtract, we take the difference of 2 temperatures. Okay, to find out the decrease in temperature or increase in temperature, we do the subtraction of final temperature from the initial temperature. Same thing we carried over, same calculation we carried it over here. We subtracted the final temperature from the initial temperature and we got what could be or would be the temperature at midnight. Okay, now let's move on to the next word problem. And it says in a class test positive 3 marks are given for every correct answer. So here you can see positive 3 is taken and negative 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. Here you can see that for correct answer which shows positivity, positive integer is rewarded and incorrect answer implies negativity, So negative integer is rewarded, that is negative 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer, and no marks for not attempting any question. No marks means you will consider 0. Similar type of sums we have already solved in the previous exercise 1.3. So I don't think so you will find difficulty in understanding this solution. So Radhika, the first sum under this question is Radhika scored 20 marks. If she has got 12 incorrect answers, how many questions has she attempted incorrect? Marks scored by Radhika is given to you, and correct answers, how many correct number of correct answers are also given to you. You have to find out the number of incorrect answers. So first you have to find out from the given details, you have to find out the marks scored, total marks scored by Radhika. Okay, so correct answers, for every correct answer 3 marks, right? For every incorrect answers minus 2 marks rewarded. Now what we have in the question is Radhika has scored 20 marks. So that also we have jotted down, we have written it, Radhika scored is equal to 20 marks. But what do we need to find? Here is given how many questions has she attempted incorrect. अभी आपको total marks scored is given to you, and she has got 12 correct answers. Number of correct answers are also with you. What you need to find out is you have to find out number of incorrect questions. Okay, number of incorrect answers, right? Now to find out the incorrect answers, you also need to find out first the marks scored by, of correct 12 correct answers, right? So first we will calculate score of Radhika for the correct answers, and that marks we will subtract from the total marks, that is 20 marks scored by Radhika, and whatever marks you get after subtracting, that will be marks scored for the incorrect answers. Okay, and then you can proceed with the calculation, further calculation, to get the number of incorrect answers. Okay, so here you have Radhika score, total score is 20 marks. Now number of her correct answers is 12. 12 questions she has answered correctly. So marks scored for correct answers will be 12 multiplied by 3, because 3 is the mark rewarded for each correct answer. So 12 threes are 36 marks. So Radhika has scored 36 marks for the correct answers. Now what will be the marks rewarded or scored by Radhika for incorrect answers? How do we do? 36 you will subtract from total marks scored, that is 20 minus 36. So you get minus 16. Okay, why minus 36 we have taken? Because for incorrect we always, as I told you, negative marks we put. So 20 minus 36 we get minus 16. Why didn't I subtract 20 from 36? Because total marks scored is 20, right? And 36 has to be subtracted from total marks scored. So I have taken 20 minus 36 and I have got minus 16. So score of Radhika is minus 16 for the incorrect answers. Okay, now to find out number of incorrect answers, what will I do? I will divide 16 minus 16 by minus 2. What is minus 2? Negative 2 stands for the score of each incorrect answer. Okay, so dividing minus 16 by minus 2, I get 8. So number of questions attempted incorrectly by Radhika is 8. Is that clear? So this is how you get the number of any, whether it is incorrect answers or correct answers. To get the number of questions attempted incorrectly, what you have to do is total score scored for answering the questions incorrectly divided by the score of each incorrect answer, and you get the number of questions answered incorrectly. Okay, now we move on with the second part of the question, that is second sum under question number 6. Mohini scores minus 5 marks in this test, though she has got 7 correct answers. So total marks scored by Mohini is minus 5. She has answered 7 questions correctly. Now how many questions has she attempted incorrectly? Here you have to find out the number of questions she has attempted incorrectly, right? You have total score scored by Mohini minus 20. See, you have the number of questions answered correctly, that is 7, and you have to find out the number of questions answered incorrectly by Mohini. So now we write Mohini got 7 correct answers. So to get the score of correct answers, what will you do? You will multiply 7 with 3, because in the question it is given 3 marks rewarded to the correct answers, every correct answer. So 7 questions correctly answered, so 7 multiplied by 3, you get 21 marks. She scored 21 marks for the 7 correct answers. Okay, now Mohini scores, total score of Mohini is minus 5. So what will you do is marks obtained by Mohini for incorrect questions, you have to calculate. So what will you do? Total score of Mohini minus 5, and from that score of correctly answered questions, that is 21, you will subtract minus 5 minus 21 will give you minus 26. Okay, minus 26 she scores for incorrectly answering the questions. So you have to divide it by minus 2, not minus 26. It was a mistake and you have to correct it. In the PDF also the same mistake has been continued. So you just, because in hurry I had written everything, so you make a change in your classwork notebook if you have copied down the sum from the PDF. Because you have to, as I had explained you earlier, that you have to divide the total marks scored for the answers, questions answered incorrectly, that is minus 26, divided by marks rewarded for every incorrect answer, that is minus 2, not minus 26. Okay, it's just a slip of pen I have which has to be corrected right now. Minus 26 divided by minus 2, you get 13. So number of incorrect answers or number of questions answered incorrectly is 13. Okay, so don't forget to correct your answer which you have written in your, already written in your notebook while you have copied from the PDF file. So the mistake you rectify it. Okay. Finally, we have come to the end of the last word problem, end of the chapter. after we solve the last word problem. Okay, so what does this question say? Let's see. An elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meter per minute. 6 meter per minute. Elevator मतलब stair which moves automatically. In the malls you might have seen. So here this elevator, automatically moving stairs, going down, descends means going down into a mine shaft. Mine is a place where it goes underground, and especially these are the places where you go down into the depth of the earth crust to get minerals like coals and other things. Okay, तो माइन शाफ्ट में अंदर कितने स्पीड से एलिवेटर जा रहा है? 6 मीटर पर मिनट. एवरी 1 minute the elevator covers 6 meter. Okay, so if the descent starts from 10 meter above the ground level, the initial position of the elevator is 10 meter. So how long will it take to reach minus 350 meter? 10 meter ग्राउंड लेवल से ऊपर से स्टार्ट होता है, दैट इज़ द इनिशियल पोजिशन. 10 meter above the ground level is the initial position, and then below the ground level it goes minus 350 meter. Okay, so you have to add this 10 plus minus 350, then only you will get the total distance covered by the elevator. So you have to find out how long, means the time. You have to find out how much time will it take to cover the total distance from 10 meter to minus 350 meter after the ground level. So 10 plus minus 350, that will be the total distance covered by the elevator, and how much time does it take to cover that distance, you have to find out. The initial position, so the solution, let's look at the solution. The initial position of elevator is equal to 10 meter. To reach the level minus 350 meter, you have to find out the elevator has to descend how much? 10 meter minus of minus 350, that's going to be 10 plus 350 meter is equal to 360 meter. Now time taken to descend 6 meter is 1 minute as per the question given. Then what will be the time taken to descend 360 meter? So what will you do? 360 multiplied by 1 divided by 6, and we get 60 minute. And what's equal to 60 minute? 60 minute is equal to 1 hour. Okay, you will take 1 hour or the elevator will take 1 hour to descend or to cover this distance of 360 meter. So here we come to the end of first chapter, and our next video is going to come up in short time with the second chapter.